These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and their inner-city rivals, the New York Giants. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's Christian McCaffrey. His pops was a Giant for 3 years. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to go deep for Funchess. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time. Here's Lauletta after the interception. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Jamie Collins in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Here's Lauletta now on 2nd. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
The way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Detroit! Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Back there to that Philly, here we go.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Leopard! Detroit!
Out of the gun now on third down. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Corey Coleman back deep to return. Taken from just outside the 30. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. And the Giants ready to come out now. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Larletta. Over to nail the Beckham. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front, because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
But defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just one throw.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
He'll look to throw. Buying time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Lauletta. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Flush to his right. But I think the ball's out, and the Jets have recovered.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
And down he goes just beyond the 35, and that pretty move got him some extra space to run. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 22 and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Watching that, Barney!
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And his pass incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Jets on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5.
Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. They go play action here on first down. Steps away. He's going to... This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one goes for 36 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Lawletta. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good hit.
And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. Trevor Davis now to return. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And the Jets set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. B.J. Goodson able to run him down for a loss of about 20 yards. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
One of the longest punts in the last decade or so, 80-plus yards. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, here's Lawletta. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
He'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following that sparkling display of footwork we saw. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Jets on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. With this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited.
The ball comes out, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Looking to throw. Flushed out under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And Myers able to knock it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it first and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Lauletta looking for a first down throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Watch it now, Barney.
He'll come out throwing here on first down. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up first and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Lauletta on first down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Leonard Williams in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Now let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a third down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in third and very long, they end up setting themselves up in third and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. This quarterback now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's first and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Lauletta. He's going to go up top for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
3 down. Hey, set.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. It's Law let off, play action. Letting one go deep for the end. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants have got it on cruise control. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Rosas true blue on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Returnable here for Davis. He gets away from one. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
The Jets on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll drop to throw. Able to find Harris, complete. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Being chased out left. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run.
Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
All right, now look at 56.
Now back to throw. Steps away to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
He'll look to throw. Forced out to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. B.J. Goodson in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley, and he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st and 10, Lauletta. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
They'll fake it. Now Lauletta. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you put a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 250 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 46 yards. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Rosas true blue on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. Returnable here for Davis. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll weave his way up, all the way up, a few yards shy of midfield.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
Set! P19!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game.
Detroit! Detroit!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Nice move at the 40. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Gun!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Olivier Vernon in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. They're going to look to throw. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Barkley already showing the ability to transform this giant running game as they come up here on 1st down. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. A 1st carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And able to push his way forward here.
Bring out the Brinks truck. I'm young